In a rare bit of good news this week, a new poll has found that a majority, an overwhelming majority, of young voters here in the United States know exactly who to blame for their unforgiven student loan debt. And a majority of those young voters say it's the Supreme Court and it's the Republican Party. That is awesome. Let me read you these poll results. This is a poll by Generation Lab provided exclusively to Axios. 47% said the Supreme Court was responsible for them not having their student loan debts canceled. 38% said the Republicans were responsible. 10% said Biden was responsible. 5% said Democrats. So 15% of people said it's Biden and those Democrats. And then you have 85% who say, nope, it's the Supreme Court and the Republicans, which are one and the same, right? Here's why this is good news. It's good news because I have been doing this for 19 years now. And in that time, what I have seen happen time and time again, whether it's warranted or not, is voters holding the sitting administration and their party responsible for everything that happens while they're in charge. Again, even the things they didn't do, even the things the other party did, the party in charge typically gets blamed for it. That ain't happening here. That is a massive, major, positive development, folks. This is not typically what we see. I mean, honestly, I had already done videos talking about how Biden's going to end up being blamed for this by the voters. Because again, that's what I've seen throughout the history of doing this here at Ring of Fire. And that trend may be shifting. And part of the reason that trend is different today than it was, all those years ago is because of the prevalence and easy availability of information, specifically via social media. These students are engaged. Many of them get political content fed to them through, TikTok, through Twitter, through YouTube, whether they want it or not. Sometimes it pops up. And because of that, they're becoming more informed, they are more educated, they are more active than many of the previous generations were in terms of news consumption. And that is a great thing. Because they know what happened. They know that U.S. Supreme Court struck down student loan debt forgiveness. They know that the Republicans are the ones who filed the lawsuit to make it happen. They know that Republicans have been against student loan debt forgiveness since day one. Knowing, I guess to quote G.I. Joe, is half the battle, right? Because it's one thing to know this information. It's great that the young people know it. The second part of the battle, maybe the bigger part of the battle, is what do you do with this information now that you have it? Are you going to use that information and take it with you into the voting booth in 2024? Or are you just going to be pissed off and not vote? Now, we have seen amazing voter turnout from this generation so far. I know the older generations typically say, the youngers don't vote. Yeah, they do. And they're voting in bigger numbers, and they're a bigger voting bloc than you are. And if they flex that muscle next year, the Democrats could be in a position to get the kind of numbers they need to provide real relief on multiple issues for these people. But that power is all on them. If they choose to exercise it, they can win. If they don't, more suffering for everybody. Thanks for watching, everyone, and well, here comes the awkward part at the end of the video where I ask you to like, comment, and share, and subscribe for more content from Ring of Fire. Also, you should consider becoming a member for some exclusive content and perks, including early access videos and exclusive videos. Check out the link in the description.